You see this guy? This was the third most powerful person in the country, in Kenya, from 2013 to 2022. He was the 7th Speaker of the National Assembly, and he was the first Speaker to serve following the re-establishment of a bicameral parliament by the 2010 Constitution. A bicameral parliament is a parliament that is divided into two. So in Kenya, a bicameral parliament is divided in members of parliament and senators. And this guy was also an attorney general. You can imagine the amount of influence he had in his community, in the country, and also in government during that time. And now, this time, he served as the cabinet secretary, the Ministry of Public Service and Human Capital Development. And you see this guy? This was the second powerful person in the country from 2022 to 2024. He was the deputy president of Kenya, as all Kenyans know. So, why are these people so relevant? The president of Kenya has wronged these two people on a very personal level. First of all, this cabinet secretary is accusing the government of kidnapping his son. And through his statements, it's quite clear that he's not out of his mind. He's 99% saying the truth. And how has the government wronged this other guy? The president government impeached this guy and installed another person. Kidnapping the cabinet secretary's son is a very important occurrence in Kenya's politics. It's unfortunate for the family, but it is extremely important for the progress of this country. You know, if the cabinet secretary's son, if the cabinet secretary's child is not safe, who is safe in the country? Even the people that are surrounding the president, if they can see that one of us, their son was abducted, do you really think they trust the president? Do you really think that they trust the president? And do you really think that they are loyal to the president? Na ni muhimu sana sasa hivi venye mtoto wa Justin Muturi amekuwa kidnap. Justin Muturi came out akasema, "Hey! Mimi! Mnakidnap mtoto wangu, mimi mnakidnap mtoto wangu." Haiwezi. Haiwezi. Hiyo ni muhimu. It is very important. And now the cabinet secretary wants to resign. And there's also another cabinet secretary that wants to resign. And the current government is starting to conduct vetting processes for another cabinet secretary. And where will the president find these cabinet secretaries? He will go to Mount Kenya. But not the entire Mount Kenya is with the president. Most politicians from Mount Kenya, they're trying to pledge their allegiance either to Justin Muturi or to Rigathi Gachagua. These are the only two politicians currently in Mount Kenya who still have a massive influence in the region. You might be wondering, why not the deputy president? The current deputy president. The current deputy president still doesn't have that much of an influence. He was just placed there as, what can I say? He's just like a face of Mount Kenya. Some videos were going around social media whereby he was being taught how to act by someone who is not even in government, someone who shouldn't even be in government. But this is the person who is teaching him how to act, to follow the president, how he should conduct himself in public. So it's quite clear he's not that much of a politician, and it's quite clear he doesn't know how to play the politics game. And another thing that I like to say is that ukiona mtoto politician on social media saying that he is with us, let them show by acting. Acha hao pia wajitokeze during maandamanos. Let their voices be heard. Because right now, my voice and your voice, compared to a politician's child's voice, who is much more influential? whose voice is much more influential? It is the politician's child's voice. That is the most influential voice. If a politician's child's voice anaweza tokea kwa maandamano aseme, no, this is not the kind of government that we want, even if baba yake or mama yake is serving the government, that will be a very significant political move for the country and for the progress of this country. But since most of them are coward, they've never thought of anything. It's only the parents that has ever thought of anything that has given them the life that you're having right now. I don't think these guys can ever fight for anything. And if they're watching, you guys can't fight for anything. If you want to fight for anything, try to prove to us. And see it in our church. Stand for something and let us see if you can actually stand for something. If you can actually live by the standards that your parent has set for you. Most of you won't. And I won't blame you. You know, living that life is too beautiful, too comfortable. No one will want you to be out on the street trying to fight for something that you yourself, you are living what they are fighting for. So to you, it seems like, what are you guys fighting for? I'm living that life. It's too irrelevant to you. I understand. And I also understand your cowardice.